K.G. Subramanyan is 90, but his art has not aged. Long after his contemporaries have bowed down, he still occupies the center stage, and he continues to produce art that is both contemporary and relevant. To say that he is an artist would be to say half the truth. He is also a perceptive writer, a very serious thinker about issues in art, and a very influential teacher. He has inspired three generations of Indian artists, and many of whom are here today to celebrate this occasion. If one looks at the recent work, one notices that the primary mood in all these works is that of celebration, celebration of life and celebration of nature. But when one looks closer into them, behind the efflorescence of color and the proliferation of forms and transmutations of images, which are so playful, there are also occasionally shadows of darkness, shadows of suffering, and deeper thoughts about the way society sometimes behaves, the way human beings reacts violently towards other human beings. But all this is like a subtext to the celebration of life and nature.
Manida, I've often wondered how all these travels through cultures and places that you've made through your life as a Tamil Brahmin in Kerala, from there to Mahe, to Madras, to Shantiniketan, to Baroda, and so very different places with completely different histories and cultures. How have they layered their ways into your art? The sheer variety of your work, the range of the images, the colors, the shades, they're so varied that sometimes I wonder if they come from all these experiences where you walked in and walked out, never really becoming a part of them. And maybe even your slight distancing, the attitude you take, your wit, your sense of fun, you're never lost in those cultures.
A person's growth is to a certain extent conditioned by the environment he grows in. It is also conditioned by the kind of a fight that he has with the environment, in a way. So there are things you accept and there are things that you reject. And this has happened everywhere. In fact, when my family was devout in a certain sense, Tamil Brahmin, but I was all the time from childhood revolting against it because I didn't like the look of the temples. All around there were beggars, all around there was some kind of filth. There was good sculpture, but there was bad sort of vision of humanity. Yeah. Now, so from the early times, I had a sort of I rejected this kind of a thing. Then later, when I grew up and I had some exposure to atheistic thought and things of that kind, I found that that is where I belonged, not here. I mean, if at all we had all these things